What's up, everybody, and welcome back to episode 19 of Things That Suck. Today's episode is about modern art. This stuff is garbage. It looks terrible. It's not art. It's just random squiggles from people who think they're something, who just threw something random crap, whether it be paint or other garbage at a freaking canvas and called it something that I just didn't understand, because apparently I'm a room temperature IQ sad little vegetable. Look at this real quick. You want to sit there and tell me that is art? That's art? I got news for you. If a 2-year-old can do it on accident, it is not art. It is a pile of puke, is what it is. It's just colorful this time. I could grab a fish out of the water with my bare hand, slap somebody across the face with it, throw it back, and somebody would tell me that it was breathtaking and innovative. No, it wasn't. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't art. It was never art. It was just, it was weird, gross, and it wasn't supposed to ever exist. But for some reason, some people think it is beautiful, and their IQ is below the negative. I need to calm down. The point is, if you've ever found yourself actually thinking that any of that stuff is actually considered art, you don't deserve to vote. Goodbye. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Things That Suck. We're at episode 20. We made it. Let's go. Today we're talking about Gen Alpha. That's right. The Rugrats of the Big 25. I thought about making this episode about taxes or AI, but I thought, nah, I'm going to be like every politician over the age of 50. And I'm going to beeline it for the kids. Please let that joke land. I can't take a hit this early into my career. I know that it's this weird stigma that every generation prior just hates on the next one, but are they really this stupid? I've heard they can't read analog clocks. It has to be digital. They have to see a number in order to know what time it is. Speaking of reading, I don't think they can read either. They can't read. Let that sink in. And similarly to how Gen Z grew up totally unrestricted with the internet, Gen Alpha is probably going to have unrestricted access to AI. And just look what happened to Gen Z. Perms in the My Hero fandom. Ew. It was perms with my generation, and now they got that weird bowl cut extension, and it looks so dumb. Oh, what is the deal with every generation having a terrible looking haircut as a fad? Why is that a thing? It doesn't look good. And for the love of God, what does 6'7" mean? What does that mean? My 4-year-old brother says it. I don't even think he knows what it means. What is this? And if you're thinking, man, they're just kids, you don't need to pick on them, don't worry. I know you're feeling left out, but I'll get to you next. Next episode's probably going to be about AI. Could be wrong. Catch you later. What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Big Bad Bowen, and welcome back to Things That Suck, episode 21. Today, we're attacking pickles.
Pickle Rick!
I legit have nothing funny to say about pickle eaters. I got nothing. All I can say is that I'm judging you harshly. Pickles are nasty, man. I keep trying to like them, and I just can't do it. And I guess that we can have different opinions about stuff. I mean, no, I can't do it. We can't have different opinions. We all got to be uniformic. I can't do it. Uniformic. Did I just make a new word? I'm stupid. I feel like those mathematicians that made imaginary numbers instead of just being wrong. And there's levels to this. I can forgive people who eat pickles, but I will never forgive the people who drink the pickle juice out of the jar afterwards. That is disgusting. That's like drinking cold hot dog water. Why would you do that? Whoever invented pickles needs to pay for their crimes against humanity, because now everyone has this stupid idea, because you can pickle anything. You can pickle anything. It's I am going to take this beautiful food and I'm going to make it worse. I'm going to fill it full of nasty, briny pickle juices. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it bad. If this video made you upset, don't hate the player, hate the pickle. If you subscribe, I'll give you $1. No, I won't, but subscribe. Anyway, bye. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Things That Suck, episode 22. Sorry I've been gone for a couple of weeks. I've been getting fat since it's Christmas time. The long-awaited topic has finally arrived. Today we're going to talk about taxes. Why am I paying those? Why are you paying those? Why are any of us paying those? I didn't realize that the feds covered about 40% of my shift. If I'd known that, I would have gladly gotten off like 4 hours early, gone home, and watched another episode of the new season of Amazing World of Gumball, because I'm a child and I love that show and it's awesome, and if you don't like it, you're wrong. The last substantial thing any politician ever did was, well, I say politician, she's not even a politician, Michelle Obama ruined my school lunch for like 10 years. That's the only thing that they ever did. Taking my tax dollars and making food taste like plastic. That's all you can do. And we're $37 trillion in debt. And the best you can do is make my food taste worse. Or as some would call her, Big Mike. Now listen, I haven't really been around long enough to comment on all the politics and stuff, because I'm young and stupid or whatever. Huh? But have you guys been around for like any politician that ever did anything good for the people ever? I think the last like for the people president was JFK, and he couldn't keep his head on straight. And another thing, why are we letting old people still do stuff in office anywhere? Like, did my driving video not enlighten you guys at all? If they can't obey basic traffic laws, do you think they're gonna be able to suffer the consequences of rules they implement 40 years from now? No! They're not gonna be around for that! What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Things That Suck, episode 23. Today we're talking about Stranger Things. I feel like I could sum up the entire finale in just a couple of paragraphs. It took them 5 years to come up with this, right? Since the pandemic and everything kind of hit them in the knees and slowed them down. But I can sum it up in just a couple of sentences. Max, you need to learn to shut up and just run, all right? You had this problem once before, and you messed it up. The Mind Flayer, you need to man up, bro. Everybody threw a book of matches at you in the season finale, and you were just like, And Will, personally, if you're gonna come out of the closet, don't do it at the end of the fucking world! What's up, everybody, and welcome back to episode 24 of Things That Suck. Today's episode, we're gonna talk about pugs. Why did we make those? That poor little guy is built like a pig in a blanket. Why did we make that? Their snout isn't even long enough for me to consider it a snout. They have a cow pie for a face. Why did we make that? They don't even know how to breathe. They sound like they're having an asthma attack all the time. Have you heard one after they run for a little bit? Straight up anaphylactic shock. They don't even remember how to bark when they get older. They just start screaming. They get like 3 years old and already start forgetting their base instincts and just scream. Guys, we have to let pugs go extinct. Alright, we gotta let them go, okay? They're asking for it. They're begging for it. They don't want to be here. Can we just let them go? Share this video if you know someone with a pug. They need to know.